Hello there, I am Angela, and I was going to show my unread books. My goal this year is to read a lot of the books on my shelves that I have not read yet because I have so many that I love. This right here is what I look at from the couch. These are my main two shelves, but I have three others throughout the house. So I'm going to focus on right here. I have put all of my unread books on that shelf. It was a very weird thing to do because I like to have them mixed, but I felt like it was really helpful to see what I have and have not read. This is my recliner rocking chair. This is the books that I have read, books that I have not read, and then I have some on my shelf over there, and I have some on another shelf as well. But since my goal is to mostly read the books that I have that I haven't read yet, I thought it might be helpful for you to see what I'm choosing between when I play my TBR game or choose my TBR. I'm gonna go over here first. This is my little cottagecore plague doctors watching over the books that I'm kind of the most excited about. Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson, The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman, The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson, We Solve Murders by Richard Osman, Letters in a Bruised Cosmos by Liz Howard, Tea You at the Altar by Rebecca Thorne, At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities by Heather Weber, The 7-Year Slit by Ashley Poston, Magic, Lies, and Deadly Pies by Misha Pop, The City in Glass by Nevo, Reprieve by James Hahn Matson, That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands by Heather Fawcett, Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher, The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. These are in no particular order. Normally I categorize them by genre, but in this case I just kind of put them on the shelf in general. How Beautiful We Were by Mbolo Mbwe, Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr, Sirens and Muses by Antonia Angress, Jane Austen, the three that I have not read, Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, and Mansfield Park, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, The Woman Destroyed by Simone de Beauvoir, The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, one I'd like to reread, One Day in December by Josie Silver, Love You Alatka by Amanda Elliott, Beach Read by Emily Henry, Beartown by Frederick Bachman, Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Marie Machado, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman, Ghost Squad by Clarabelle A. Ortega, The Haunting of Aveline Jones by Phil Hicks, Once Upon an Eid by S.K. Ali and Aisha Said, Eden's Everdark by Karen Strong, Somewhere Beyond the Sea and In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune, Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson, The Inheritance of Orchidia Divina by Zoraida Cordova, Circe by Madeline Miller, The London Seance Society and the Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, Small Favors by Aaron A. Craig, A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Haro, Middle Game by Shannon McGuire, Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, The Witches of New York by Amy McKay, The Lighthouse Witches by C.J. Cook, Siren Queen by Nevo, Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, Blackwater Sister by Zen Cho, Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed, The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, The Seventh Veil of Salome by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, The Familiar by Lee Bardugo, A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson. It is a companion novella to Sorcery of Thorns. In the Company of Witches by Aurelie Wallace, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, A Skinful of Shadows by Frances Harding, A Master of Gin by P. Jelly Clark, Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones, The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, Empire of Wild by Cherie Dimeline, Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey, The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher, The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell, At Home with the Horrors by Sammy Scott, Night Night of the Living Rez by Morgan Talty, How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu, Out There by Kate Folk, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, Never Whistle at Night, edited by Shane Hawk and Theodore C. Van Alst Jr., The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell, A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers, Dune and Dune Messiah by Frank Herbert, Dawn by Octavia E. Butler, Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talents by Octavia E. Butler, Sign Here by Claudia Lux, Jackal by Aaron E. Adams, The Reformatory by Tananarive, Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas, Dracula by Bram Stoker, Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones, The Overnight Guest by Heather Gudenkoff, The Last by Hannah Jameson, The Last One by Will Dean, and then some Agatha Christie's. I have Murder on the Orient Express to read. I have The ABC Murders, Hercule Poirot's Christmas, and then the collections of The Last Seance, Tales of the Supernatural, and Midwinter Murder, Fireside Tales for the wintertime. And then some Ruth Ware mysteries. I have One by One, The It Girl, and The Woman in Cabin 10. A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham, Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala, Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister, 2 Christmas anthologies. One is Death Comes at Christmas, edited by Maria Reagan and Paul Kane. These are Christmas mysteries. And then Christmas and Other Horrors, edited by Ellen Datlow. These are winter solstice horror stories. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, The Atlas 6 series by Olivia Blake, The Beautiful and the Damned by Renee Audier, The Last Magician, The Devil's Thief, and the Serpent's Curse by Lisa Maxwell, Legendborn and Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion, Kaikei by Vaishnavi Patel, Those Beyond the Wall by Micaiah Johnson, and the graphic novel version of Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Kwame Mbalia, Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, The Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have read The Hobbit. Then on my Kindle, which I'll show you on my iPad because it's in color here, is The Appeal by Janice Hallett, Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have a few books in the Three Dahlias by Katie Watson series. I have The Three Dahlias, A Very Lively Murder, and A Lively Midwinter Murder. You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Barron, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore, Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg, The Boatman's Daughter by Andy Davidson, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. So there you have it. These are all of the books and more that I have to choose from that I want to be reading. I also have a bunch of nonfiction, and I have some fantasy series that I want to wait to get to till I go through these. I'm not sure that I'm going to like all of these books. That is the whole point, to go through and see which ones I'm ready to let go of and see which ones end up being favorites that I have had on my shelf for so long and didn't even know it. I'm a big fan of DNFing, so I will definitely be DNFing as I go along. There we go.